In this story, Paul was a person of favor. We are called to be persons of favor in our own circles. There is no greater person of favor than the Lord Jesus Christ himself. And he would be the one who would perfectly reveal God to us and be the source of blessing for the world. In Colossians chapter 1, verses 21, 22, it says, "Once you were alienated from God and were enemies in your minds because of your evil behavior, but now he has reconciled you by Christ's physical body through death to present you holy in his sight, without blemish and free from accusation." He was obedient, he was outnumbered, and he took the opportunity to extend the favor of God toward humans. But becoming a person of favor cost Jesus his life. It may not be easy to become a person of favor. Let me end with this story. Telemachus was a monk who lived in the 4th century. One day he heard God tell him to go to Rome. So he packed up his meager belongings and trudged to Rome. When he came to Rome, he saw that there was a big hustle in the city. He found that a lot of people were going someplace. So he followed them, and they were going to the Colosseum. So he went into the Colosseum, and he saw a lot of seats around and an arena in the middle. Soon he found that the emperor was there, and that there were 2 men, gladiators, who would fight to the death for the amusement of the emperor and for sport. He couldn't believe his eyes. He said, "How can this happen?" He went down into the arena. The word arena comes from the Latin word for sand, because the floor of the Colosseum is made of sand. And it is made of sand because sand absorbs blood best. And so Telemachus goes in the middle of the 2 gladiators. First, the crowd thought it was amusing, this tiny monk in the middle of 2 huge gladiators. But soon their amusement turned to disgust and then anger. Finally, one of the gladiators came up to Telemachus and pushed his sword right into him and pulled it out. As Telemachus fell to the ground dying, as his blood would turn the sand crimson, he cried one more time, "In the name of Christ, forbear." There was a hush that came over the Colosseum. Then one person got up and left. Soon 80,000 people got up and left the Colosseum. Ladies and gentlemen, it was the last gladiatorial fight in the history of Rome. It needed one person of favor to stand in the gap.